Today is day 18, January 18. For the one-year Bible, the section of verses is going to be Genesis chapter 37, verse 1 through chapter 38, verse 30. Matthew chapter 12, verse 22 through verse 45. Psalm chapter 16, verse 1 through 11. And Proverbs chapter 3, verse 27 through 32. Today I wanted to jump into a section out of the New Testament portion of our reading in Matthew. Matthew chapter 12, verse 43. My poor Bible. By the way, if any of you guys comes across lots of extra money that you don't know what to do with, and you want to donate it to getting my Bible recovered, I will not argue that at all. But anyways, it's a poor thing. Matthew chapter 12, verse 43 through 45. Here we go. When the unclean spirit has gone out of a person, it passes through waterless places, seeking rest, but finds none. Then it says, I will return to my house from which I came. And when it comes, it finds the house empty, swept, and put in order. Then it goes and brings with it 7 other spirits, more evil than itself, and they enter and dwell there. And the last state of that person is worse than the first. Also will it be with this evil generation. It's kind of a sad story. You've got somebody who's struggling with this idea of spiritual problems, and then all those problems are cast out and removed from that person's life. And the spirit just looks around, it's like, all right, let's go back. And it sees, oh, there's no one here. And now you've got a stronghold where before you just had a problem. Now, there's a way around this. I think the problem that we as Christians run into is oftentimes we think that we can get better by putting off the bad stuff and getting the bad stuff, just get it out of my life. And we end up missing the next key step to all of that. It's like those calls that we get of somebody trespassing on the empty abandoned house. We can go and run out all the people, and then in a week, if nothing else happens, they're all going to be right back. Maybe even more of them. Well, that's the same way with our lives. If we run out these spiritual problems, but we never replace that with God and fill ourselves with God and the Holy Spirit in the place of those, then all we've done is temporarily run them off, and eventually we're going to have some stronghold issues. So the key is not emptying out the bad, but the key is finding and filling your empty spaces with Jesus. Sometimes I find empty spaces in my life that I didn't even know were empty until they get filled with something rotten. And then I have to drive that out and say, God, please fill me with your Spirit. Come and just dwell in me. And I just want to encourage you guys with that today. Don't just push out the bad. As we go through this year, continue to fill yourselves with Jesus in every empty space you find. Take care out there.